Are we?
Yep. We are indeed live.
Are you sure about that?
I am 100% sure.
Are you positive?
100% positive.
Doesn't say you're live.
Well, you should get a better... Yes. Oh shit, something's happening. Click to read your unread notification. Skipped frames, nice.
So you're still not live.
I am live.
Ooh, you are now. Look at that. Hello, people of this earth.
Oh, you cut out. That was really unfortunate.
Well, it's me, your co-host. Skinny penis.
Skinny penis. Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Co-host Skinny penis.
That's me. So yeah. Now what?
We're just gonna give it a minute to get started, and then we will get started.
So we're gonna get it. Okay.
Alrighty. I think we are ready to get it started. So, we are... Hey, Usman, how is it going? We are... Well, Peter, you can introduce it. This is your time to shine. Do whatever the fuck you want. Sorry.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Usman.
Oh.
This is Alternus' idea, and everything should be awarded to him for coming up with this marvelous idea.
Yes. That's something we should do. When somebody suggests something, we should put their Twitter in, like, the top. Like, just under ours, you know? Huh. That's a missed opportunity. Anyway, so yeah. We're doing most underrated player on each team. We'll reveal... Let's review yours first, Peter. So we're doing Anaheim.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Peter's first time watching the podcast. Oh yeah! There you go, buddy. And there's mine, so a couple different choices between us with a little bit of a different opinion. Opinions? You know, yeah, you get what I'm saying. What did I do?
Do I?
You
I'm not
should.
sure I do.
Alright, whatever. Couple different opinions. Peter went with Adam Henrique, and I went with Nick Ritchie. I mean, what's up with yours? What was the backstory behind Adam Henrique?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's like third on their team in scoring or something, second or third.
Okay,
like,
okay.
No one talks about him, so like, you know,
that makes sense.
just give him some recognition, you know.
You know, I get that. That's a good pick. I didn't see the notification. That's rough. The format's really bad today. I don't really care, honestly. I do, but, like, oh well. I went with Nick Ritchie because, like, he has, what is it? I think it's like 20-something points in 30 games, and like, I like Adam Henrique because he has a nice defensive game to go along with his point totals. The topic is most underrated player on each team, and so I went with Nick Ritchie because he's kind of shown up more this season. He's had a good season. Nobody's really talking about him. And Adam Henrique, I mean, that's a good one. That's actually a good one.
Yeah, no one even. People probably think he's still in Jersey. Like,
yeah, I mean, I remember, like, the first game when he faced, like, his first game back against New Jersey, he just fucked, Vatanen. I don't know if you remember that. He just flicked the puck over, outsped him, and then just scored a gorgeous goal. So yeah, that's Anaheim's. I like Anaheim's. That was a pretty good one. I think we both... I like when we have different opinions on who's underrated, or just in general, who's... yeah. Is your stream still freezing? And is it happening for anybody else?
Looks fine to me.
Okay. Usman, get some new internet. Claims copyright.
Get some new internet.
Did I say internet? Fuck me. So yeah, I mean, yeah. I've been fucking.
That's Ernest.
My internet is so ass. Yeah, it feels like it. No, I mean, you can't do much about that though. Let's be honest. So whatever. All right. So for Arizona, that was really loud of me. All right, for Arizona. Here are the big reveals. So Derek Stepan and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. So,
I mean, are you really surprised?
I mean, no. I probably AZ liked my tweet, dude. You're in. You gotta go for it, man. No, it's fine now. Well, that's good, Usman. All right. So I'm gonna guess why you picked Stepan, because like no one talks about him.
Really?
And he's really good defensively. So like
Yes.
and tell me, is there another reason?
I mean, what do you? I mean, he's still been good for Arizona.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like with Broussard at least, like he fell off after he left the Rangers. Stepan hasn't really.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to remember he's playing for fucking Arizona and they have no one. So like.
Yeah. I went with Ekman-Larsson because, like,
That's fair. I mean,
like he does get some talk, but like he's in Arizona, so he doesn't really get enough for like the fact that he doesn't really play with any other like he doesn't really have anybody that can work with him offensively. I feel like on the D side, like I guess like because they even brought in Goligoski, but like he's left-handed. They've got what Jason Demers right-handed. It just doesn't it just doesn't work out. It feels like for him. So yeah, yeah, that's Arizona. Those are good ones. Yeah. No, I think Derek Stepan's a good one. I think we've been doing a pretty good job. I like yours for Boston. One of these days we have to do a list that where we can both just put fucking Boston sucks. I don't know why we haven't done that yet. Alright. Typed yours in. I don't remember mine. Oh yeah, I remember mine now, because I just looked at it. Yeah, he would be mine. Yeah. You gonna throw some commands at them? I see you. Alrighty. Okay. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna reveal Hinostroza would be yours. Interesting. Is there a specific reason why? I didn't really look at him, to be honest with you. My Florida one's probably unexpected-ish. Yes, that's the command that we all need. What the fuck happened to Peter? Also, guys,
what do you mean? I'm here.
If you're looking for a stream after this, I'll be streaming EASHL, so that's cool. Same, I hate Boston. Who doesn't?
Dude, fuck Boston.
Yeah, honestly.
I hate all of them.
Speaking of Boston, here we go. Peter, you can explain yours, and I'll explain mine, and then yeah.
Right. So I went with Krug because he's probably their best D-man right now.
That makes sense.
Talks about him.
That makes sense. Yeah, that really does make sense. I went with Torrey Krug, I went with David Krejci, cause like he's actually pretty good, and like I feel like he doesn't really get talked about. Like even Torrey Krug gets talked about more than Krejci, I feel like, which is interesting. But I think it's just because like on the forward core, Boston has so much, you know, like they have Pasternak, who's better, Bergeron, Marchand, you know, he doesn't really get much of a chance, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, they're not.
like to be mentioned, you know. So that was my reasoning. I'd put Kruger Heinen.
Boston fans hate Krug. Why?
Yeah, actually though,
So good for them.
I like when a player is good for your franchise and then like just
It's
people
like
fucking hate
Koivu,
him.
right?
Yeah, that's
Just
what that's
hate
actually
on
what
him
I went
really
to in
much.
my mind. It's just like
Krug is
honestly,
sheltered.
I don't think you should be able to
Oh
say.
well,
I think it's just real disappointing that people get
still playing well.
like a better Gardner. He's also suffered through a couple injuries the past couple years, to be fair. Alrighty, here we go. The Buffalo Sabres. And maybe defensively. No, Krug is way
I
better.
would disagree with that one.
Krug hasn't really like Taruna said, he's sheltered. I would say Carlo.
Carlo makes sense. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think yeah. I forgot who I put for Toronto. That's unfortunate. I struggled with this one because I'm like, I don't watch many other game. I don't watch many teams, so like you kind of need to just go based off of stats, and it's like you can't really do that or based off of reputation. Nonetheless, here's Buffalo. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hold on. He's small and very suspect defensively, but his production is great. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So yeah. Peter, you went with Sam
What is he
Reinhart.
like?
I went
Hey,
with
he's
Jack
5'9".
Eichel. I actually completely didn't even think of Sam Reinhart. He's actually like the perfect candidate for Buffalo's
There you go.
most
You didn't even
underrated.
think about him. There's my point.
Yeah. I actually really agree with you on Sam Reinhart. Okay, I'll explain why I did Jack Eichel, but Sam Reinhart actually though, he's doing so good. He's super close to breaking like his career high this year, and he's actually never talked about. But I went with Jack Eichel because you know, I don't know, when people think about top centers, they never think about Jack Eichel, but they do. He definitely shouldn't be on there, but definitely Reinhart more. I didn't even think about Reinhart. But yeah, I was just thinking because Jack Eichel does not get enough recognition. But like, yeah, Sam Reinhart.
I
Yeah,
went Reinhardt because he's playing behind Skinner and Eichel.
yeah,
So, you know,
that makes sense. Yeah, no, definitely. That was yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah. So, so yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, here we go.
oh
That's
my,
Buffalo. So, sorry about that, guys.
he's
Uh,
very aggressive.
yeah. Yeah, Eichel is Matthews level, but definitely doesn't get recognition. Yeah, like compared to what Matthews gets. Also, I'll be honest, this is probably gonna like most of mine are probably gonna be really shocking just because I struggled to make this list. Um, I actually think Eichel's
Shocker.
kind
Matt
of.
Scholes to make a list.
I would it would be
Uh,
it would be interesting to see. I think that if Matthews was in Toronto, or if Eichel was in Toronto and
Matthews is not
Matthews,
better than Eichel.
like if Matthews was in Buffalo and Eichel was in Toronto, it would be a different situation. You know. Anyway, here's Calgary. I went with Giordano. You went with Brody. Um, I think for Giordano, I looked more specifically at years before because he's still been a really good defensive player, but like he's not really gotten much like thought of as like a Norris Trophy winner until then. Now, kind of.
Giordano?
Yeah.
I mean,
Or Norris? Did I say no? Or whatever. Uh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Uh,
this year is the only year he's really deserved to be in that conversation.
yeah. I think defensively, yeah, he's
And I
earning
feel
his
like he's
respect
getting
for
it.
this year. He's definitely getting his respect, which he does. Like he's close to retirement. He deserves it. TJ
Oh,
Brody's a really
Brody.
good one though. I think
Like, he's still producing well, and like he does a lot for them. So
yeah.
like,
Once Giordano's gone, I wouldn't be shocked if he took over the helm as like one of their top defensemen. I think
I mean,
by the time Giordano's gone, Hannafin will probably be ready to take over though, but not like offensively. I don't really know. Like I think I think Brody will be better offensively than Hannafin, just barely though. But I think Hannafin will be better
He
defensively.
is now.
Oh, yeah,
Brody has like 39 points or something like that. Last I checked.
yeah. He's always been pretty good. He kind of like I always think of him and Brody, or sorry, him and Barry. But I think of Barry as more of as like a next tier Brody, kind of with less of a defensive game. I don't know why, but I just do. But yeah, I like your pick, Peter. That was a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty. On to Carolina, the most forgettable team in the league aside from Minnesota.
Well, I don't know if that's true. If they were in the West, they'd be in the playoffs
Yeah, that's true.
by a lot. They were 8 points over Minnesota.
Really? Remember when Victor Rask was traded to Minnesota? That's funny. Damn, you had way better picks than I did for this thing. uh, Whatever. I'm gonna stand by my picks and explain why I did it. Alrighty. Here we go. Carolina. There you go. Peter, you can explain your pick.
Justin Williams? Well, I mean, I want to say he's like third in scoring on their team. And obviously behind Aho, Teravainen, those guys are not really going to get talked about as much. But he's that veteran guy and he's stepping up for them. So.
Yeah, that's true. If they make a playoff push, he'd probably be that veteran guy they need to get
I mean,
further.
they're literally 1 point out.
Yeah.
So.
I went with Teravainen because he's got like 52 points in 59 games. He's just... I feel like since they're both in Carolina, they don't get talked about, but like... man.
They're just a bunch of jerks anyway.
Yeah. Fucking jerks, bro. They better not be jerks in the playoffs, man. Dude, that's so stupid, Don Cherry. Like, I can get that you're frustrated, but like I like that. Like, so I've seen this point be made. People
Did you not see the shirt?
What?
They're coming out with a shirt.
Actually?
It just says bunch of jerks on it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Carolina's taking this to a whole new level, and I love it. Jesus. That's awesome, actually. I might want to get one of those. Peter, when are we releasing merch? I'm just kidding. Get one sale, it's our mom's. 2 sales, it's our mom's. Hello? Sorry. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, that's true. Carolina as a whole, excluding Hamilton, is underrated. Yeah. I think Hamilton's got a good offensive game, but like defensively he's not very good. But yeah, like when people think of like top players, like I feel like Sebastian Aho is not really like I think he's like a top. He's one of the top players. Like he plays really good, but nobody really thinks of him even like. I don't think they would put him in a top 10 or top 15 list, but like nobody would even consider him. I feel like, which is kind of just like why he's actually a fairly good player, and he's from
for a second round pick.
Yeah, like that's a steal. The 2015 draft, man, that's insane. Perfect. Sorry. Alright. I don't know how to spell Gustafson's name. I'm just gonna say his last name. Alright. Oh. Yeah, Aho would be a good one. Alrighty. Chicago. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Alrighty. So, moving into Chicago. I think this one's a pretty interesting one, to say the least. So here are the players. You went with Gustafson, and I went with the Brinket.
Mm-hmm.
You may explain your pick. Nah, you go ahead. Do whatever.
Sure. I mean, Gustafsson is literally fourth on that team in scoring as a D-man.
That's actually really good because like they've got so many offensive players on that team. Because
He's behind Kane, Taves, and DeBrincat. That's literally it.
That's awesome.
No one's really going to talk about him because he's a D-man. And who cares in Chicago?
Yeah, that's true. I went with DeBrincat because well, yeah. I mean, I feel like in Chicago, anybody outside of Kane can be considered underrated because anytime somebody thinks about Chicago,
I mean, Taves is overrated for a very long time.
Taves has done good though. To be fair, he's done really
this
good
year, yeah, but like recently, he's been really shit. So.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like outside of Kane in Chicago, anybody could be considered underrated, other than Taves. But like, because like I feel like for the most part, the talks in Chicago is Patrick Kane being just like absolutely destroying the NHL. Like,
yeah, that too. I feel like DeBrincat's really been talked about a bit this year. But like before, he wasn't at all.
Yeah, I mean, I think DeBrincat. I should have chosen somebody else rather than DeBrincat, but I don't care, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. But yeah, I should have put Patrick Kane for the meme, honestly.
In a way, he is underrated. I mean, I wouldn't blame you for putting Kane.
Wait, why?
What do you mean? Have you, like... Kane's literally insane. And, like, he doesn't get the recognition.
That's true, yeah. But I feel like if I put him, it'd like, spark a freaking, like, army to find where I live and beat me up. In chat.
Yeah, Taves is underrated right now, but, like, I wasn't gonna put him after all the last years of him. As fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Him and Kane are on a line together again.
When's the last time that even happened? They weren't even on the line when they won their cups.
Yeah, they split the depth a lot. Alright. Colorado. You went with Tyson Barrie, I went with Nikita Zadorov. I can see why Tyson Barrie. He's one of the best offensive defensemen in the league, in my opinion. So, you know, that's a good pick. But why did you specifically pick him?
I mean, Gab's literally best D-man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If anyone talks about Colorado, it's going to be either like Landeskog, Rantanen, or McKinnon.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Varlamov would have been a good pick here too.
Yeah, actually, when I was putting down Nikita Zadorov, I thought Varlamov probably too. Zadorov's actually an interesting one, but I do have an explanation.
It's actually kind of found a shit a bit recently, but then again, the entire team has, so I don't really blame.
Yeah, that's true. I went with Zadorov just because he's an actual beast. Like, the guy's huge and he's not offensive, but like he should be talked about more. You know? But I would have I don't know why, but like I think in my mind when I was doing this, I was like, probably not Barrie. But like I didn't even really think about like how Varlamov has been bad recently though.
I just said that. I mean, literally all of Colorado has been bad recently.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't how's Grubauer doing?
Worse.
Yeah, I agree with you, Taruna. Zadorov is a beast. Both goalies are struggling. Yikes.
The entire team is. Can't put that all on the goalies.
Yeah. I also like Zadorov because he seems to be the type of player to defend his teammates. Like, really, like, doesn't, like, fucking... He seems like the type of person to just absolutely kill someone if they try to hurt, like McKinnon. I think he got into a fight with Ian Cole, wasn't it? Or was that somebody else?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he actually destroyed Ian Cole, or maybe that was somebody else who destroyed Ian Cole, but yeah. I like Tyson Barrie, though. That's a good one. That was actually a really good one. Oh, hold on. We need to get popular, though, so we have to start some drama. Fuck, Peter, you're so bad at picking shit. Come on, man. Sorry.
Damn, you really got me. Shit.
uh, what if the Canucks had picked Ian Cola's on his team? On his team.
Yeah,
Oh crap! Yeah, I was thinking he was in Chicago still. Right. Or sorry, Columbus. Jesus, I forgot he was in Colorado. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Tom Wilson destroyed Cole. Right. Yikes. Why did no one tell me about that until Cam did?
well, I wasn't entirely positive. That's what I was thinking. I just wasn't sure.
I forgot, honestly. Alrighty. What is the next
got
team?
his 40th.
Columbus. Here we go. The big reveal. So, Dubois and Ryan Murray. Oh, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Don't worry, boys. We're going back home. So, Peter, would you like to explain why you chose Pierre-Luc Dubois?
Oh, he's a fucking beast. Well, when they drafted him, they were like, what the fuck are they doing? This guy's shit. Like, he wasn't projected to go until, like, I don't know, like 15 or something.
Yeah, true.
It's worked out. If anyone's gonna talk about Columbus, it's gonna be fucking Panarin or Bobrovsky and their contract situation or whatever.
That's true, actually.
Really tearing it up, and no one's really gonna talk about him.
Yeah, that's true. Dubois elite.
He's 51 and 59 right now, I think. So like,
Could have been a Canuck. Yeah, that feels bad, honestly, though. Yeah, I mean, wasn't Dubois always 4? Yeah, I think he was. I think it went like it was supposed to
Was he?
go Matthews, Laine, Puljujarvi, and then Dubois. And
That
then
could have
like
been.
after that, I think it was supposed
I mean,
to go
people
Kachuk.
still flame them for taking him over Poulju. So like,
Yeah,
gee, who made the right choice there? I won.
obviously it was Edmonton. 5 was a leader. A leader of what? Sorry. Sorry, fuck. I mean ranked. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
157.
He's a good power forward. Nah, Kachuk was always in the running. When he was taken third, it was seen as bad. The 5th pick was a bust named Yoel Levy. That's true. But the 15th overall pick, I believe, or the Toronto pick from the 20, I think 17 draft, Timothy Liljegren, he's an even bigger bust. Got him. Edmonton probably takes either Yoel Levy, Sergachev, or trades the pick to New York. Yeah.
What year was that?
That was what year?
That was 2016.
I think so. Also,
Yeah, probably.
I picked Ryan Murray because he's actually doing having a hype year compared to years before. If you know what I'm saying, like he's actually starting to play like he should have been. I don't think he's going to keep it up. I'm just saying, there should be more people talking about it. But Dubois is another good one. So, these are good picks so far. Esselin. Oh fuck. 2016, yeah, it was. Alright, on to Dallas. I like Matthew Tkachuk. I don't. Well, I like him, but I don't like him because he's a douchebag. So I guess I like him for his skill, but not his the way he plays the game. Alright. So, moving on to Dallas. Vancouver takes Dubois. Calgary takes Tkachuk, or Calgary trades to 4, and it still goes the same. A lot of potential moves could have happened in that draft. Lots of possibilities. Yeah, that's true. Alright, Alright, so moving on to Dallas, so you chose Esa Lindell, and I chose John Klingberg. So, I chose John Klingberg because everybody likes to talk about how horseshit Sagan is. I thought about Roman Polak, but then I didn't go with Roman Polak. So yeah, why did you go with Esa Lindell?
Why would you go with Roman Polak?
He's a good, like, presence. And also it's funny. I'd choose Foxa.
Foxa makes sense.
Yeah.
It's been really good since last year. That makes sense. I don't know, I just went with Lindell because, like, he's one of the few bright points the Stars have in their lives right now.
Usman.
Heiskanen definitely isn't underrated.
He's really good, but he's not really underrated.
I mean, he's getting votes for Calder and shit. Like,
yeah. I heard someone say if the Stars make the playoffs, he should win the Calder, or he could win the Calder. To be honest, Sutter is underrated for Vancouver. People actually think he's shit. To be fair, he's injured. But yeah, I think he's actually pretty good, but like, you know.
Cool.
I like your pick though, Peter. Esa Lindell.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, that's Dallas. I think what we got next is Detroit. Yep, we sure do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Detroit Red Wings. Still hurts that Henrik Zetterberg had to retire. I think that one, yikes. Yeah, I agree, but some people legitimately believe he's AHL caliber. Yikes. I mean, maybe in a few years. Peter, this is the first one we've agreed on. Let's get it. Yeah. Goodbranson too, but that's a bit more warranted. I think Goodbranson's, if he works on his D game, like if he gets better defensively or gets more speed, he could be good because he's a physical player. He doesn't take any shit. It's
kind of difficult for people to get more speed.
Yeah. It's probably because of the contract. That's like if Sutter was like at like maybe $2 million, I feel like people would be fine with him. Anyway, with Detroit, we both went with Dylan Larkin. I mean, how could you not really? The guy's actually super good. He's so fast and entertaining. I thought about if I was thinking if we were going overrated, I was gonna go with Anthony Mantha.
Makes sense.
Just because
he really hasn't been that good this year.
Yeah, he always dumps the puck instead of trying to pass. Larkin very elite. Yeah, he really is elite. Yeah. So I mean, Detroit is like the first one we've actually like.
I mean,
on paper agreed.
Who the fuck else are you gonna put for Detroit? Like, I kind of considered Anthony, but like,
you could go, You could go Abdelkader, but like, no.
Not really, no.
Yeah.
Contract.
I can't even think of anybody you could go with. Like, honestly, it's just like, yikes. They don't really have anybody. I guess you could go with Jimmy Howard because, like, he's still doing pretty good on a bad team, but like that's if like you had some sort of hate towards Larkin, you know?
Sure.
Howard, yeah. See, Cam agrees. Alrighty. Mantha. No. We went over this. Mantha would be overrated, in a sense. Cholowski. I think he's too early into his career.
Kind of.
But yeah. Anyway, here's Edmonton. You went with Leon Draisaitl. Would you care to explain?
I mean, people are only really going to talk about McDavid, let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's basically the Malkin Crosby effect, right? Where you have two good centers.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing that kind of pains me about this one is Draisaitl plays with McDavid sometimes, so it's kind of like they're feeding off each other, but like...
Yeah, I mean, they even moved Ethan Hopkins to the left wing.
Yeah.
I went with Nurse because he's having a pretty good year, and
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't think anybody even like considers him when like they think about Edmonton's defensive core. Like, I feel like he goes under the radar. They always think about Clefbaum, and don't get me wrong, Clefbaum's good, but like also like you're saying, people really only think about McDavid. So like, yeah, I'd go with Clefbaum. That's an interesting one.
The thing about Clefbaum is like I feel like he's injured a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the, I'd do Nuge. Interesting. I mean, yeah,
I could see Nuge.
I feel like anybody really could be a pick for Edmonton as well, because like McDavid is just like insane. Um, yeah, Florida. I actually have a really good reasoning to why I picked who I picked. Your pick is good too. It's not the same as mine though. So just be prepared. I hope I spelled his first name right. It's weird freaking Finnish crap. Clefbaum or Nuge. Nurse is good too. Yeah. I think Draisaitl's just too good anyway. Like, I don't know. The fact that he made the All-Star game too, like, in the fan vote also kind of is like a thing, but like he's still a good pick, I feel like, for this situation, because you made a good point that like people really only think about McDavid. Nonetheless, here's Florida. So you went with Alexander Barkov. That's a good one. But I went with Vinny Trocheck. You can explain why you picked
That makes
Barkov
sense.
first.
See, the thing is, like, I know Barkov's been talked about more, but like, he's actually so good, and people don't realize that. Like, yes, about more, but like, he's actually ridiculous.
Yeah, I can get that. The reason I didn't pick him was just because I feel like everybody chooses him when they come to underrated
I mean,
players.
Trocheck definitely makes sense.
Yeah, I was thinking Trocheck the entire way. Like, Barkov is insane, and he is definitely underrated. I just wanted to change it up because everybody says Barkov. You know, it's like that's just. But yeah, like I think they're both.
I can understand Trocheck.
Ekblad is underrated. Ekblad's shit. No, Ekblad's good. He just doesn't really. He just hasn't been as good as they had hoped. You know.
Like, Ekblad was better, like, as he was entering his career too.
I think Ekblad is playing better though this year too, though. But
Yeah.
I think Trocheck or Barkov do definitely deserve it more. They've made more of an impact, I feel like, so far in the NHL. But I don't really watch Florida, and neither does anybody. So, you know.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry. All right, Los Angeles. Oh, I feel really bad about that, but I don't. Hey, Peter, another one we got the same. Concussions messed with his trajectory. I didn't know he had concussion problems.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he was out for a while. His first while.
Yeah, that can really mess with a player, but he has done better recently. So that's good.
The reason I didn't say Ekblad is because like recently he hasn't been good, and like people are like, "Wow, he's a bust and everything." Like now he's good, but like I don't know. I feel like at the end of the season I'd be more inclined to go Ekblad.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now.
What the fuck am I doing? Oh,
Yeah,
nope.
I mean, is that really that hard to do? Isn't like it's the Panthers?
Ekblad is the all-time. Yeah. Like they've been a franchise since like '99, and what I think Ed Jovanovski was the guy he beat. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ripping on Ekblad because he actually is a good player, but whatever. He's like a lesser version of anybody. No, I'm just kidding. Florida. Sorry. Florida's one of those teams where you could say anybody because it's just the most, like, nobody cares about them. Anyway, we both went with Dustin Brown for Los Angeles. I mean, the guy really turned his... I don't even know what happened. Like, I don't know why he stopped playing, but, like, the past couple years, he's just been playing so good, and he's a leader out there. Like, I feel like everything is just kind of, you know?
My exact note on Brown is, "Whoa, he's good again."
Actually, I didn't read that. I mean, that's Like, what even happened to him? Does anybody know? Like, because, like, he was good, and then he just kind of, like, sucked for the past few years, and now he's back to good. And it's like, oh, all right. And nobody's talking about it. It's like, he's exiting his prime, and he's playing better. It's pretty great. Yeah.
To be fair, the Kings as a whole just haven't been that great.
Yeah, but he's definitely been one of the bright spots, I feel like.
That's true.
But I don't know. I don't see him as much of a guy that, like, kind of tries to hype people up and get them, like, to play better. I think he's a good captain.
I don't know if anyone on that team does.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't his captaincy stripped away?
I don't know, probably. I mean, Dowdy fucking literally just called out the entire team on being fucking shit, so...
He stepped up his play. Yeah, for sure. It's like Ovechkin. Just fucking came out of nowhere.
Ovi's at 40 goals. What do you mean Ovi came out of nowhere? What are you
Okay, sorry. Not out of nowhere, but, like, he was under point per
Ovi
game.
came out of nowhere, bro. No one even knew.
Alright, we're muting you. I muted you on stream. No, I'm just kidding. No, sorry, what I meant to say was, like, he like, started slowing down.
Bro, who
now...
even is
Alright, you're muted again. Nah. Oh yeah, Jack Campbell would be a good one actually. But no, what I meant to say was like Ovechkin kind of had started to show signs of regression, and now he's back up. Like, it was only for like a short stint, but like he's And Jack Campbell,
he's this guy anymore.
I agree with you, Usman. Jack Campbell would be a good pick. He's really played good for the Kings.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on to Minnesota. What's the Which this Ovechkin
Yeah,
fella?
exactly. Who's this Ovechkin?
All right, you know what, guys? The podcast's over. We're canceling it. You guys are bullying me too much. I'm gonna go quiet for the next hour.
Oh boy.
Oh
man, he only had 69 points. Who even is this guy?
No, but considerably dropped off.
He's 17. Come on. What even is that? Like, who even is this guy, man?
No. What I'm saying is, for him, his standards, he had dropped off. Okay.
Man.
Like, yeah, he's done it twice too. Laugh my ass. Oh, really? He did it in 2010. Dude, I need to fuck. All right. So Minnesota.
Yeah, legit. He only got 30 goals. What the fuck is this?
I know this is a meme, and I'm gonna carry the meme on. They're the most forgettable team other than the Florida Panthers. Nonetheless, you got Peter, you got me. So, Peter, you can explain.
Well, Suter and Parise, like, literally, if anyone thinks about Suter or Parise, they think of their contract and how bad they are.
Yep.
But both been good.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure, maybe they're not quite worth their contract, but, like, you have to respect them.
Those are good picks. I'd say Arizona is. Nah, people remember Arizona because they're in a desert. I went with Charlie Coyle because, like, he's actually pretty good. Like, I actually do think Suter and Parise are better, but, like, Coyle, I don't know. He's just forgettable. You know?
That's solid 28 points in 59 games, you know? He's doing very, very well.
Well, I mean, he's a good physical player, you know? Well, okay, not a physical player.
I'll give you that one.
He's pretty solid, alright?
Eh.
Alright, you guys are douches. This is actually a solid pick, and you guys are just... You know what? You know what? I disagree with yours, Peter. Suter and Parise are very overrated because these guys think, oh yeah, Koivu would be one. I feel like Koivu's less underrated and more just like Minnesota fans are douches. I feel like Koivu is less underrated and more like fucking Minnesota fans are douches about him for some reason. Like, I still don't understand why. Like, whatever.
Yeah, it's more Parise than it is.
Yeah, Dubnyk too. Dubnyk's been playing
this
year.
Is good, but Parise.
Zachary Parise.
About Zach Parise.
Alrighty, on to Montreal. Okay, so it could just be that Coyle is their gardener. Yeah. Alright, so You went with Dano. Great name.
Yes, indeed.
Apparently the T just didn't show up, which is cool.
Rip T.
Yeah. All right, there we go. And then I went with Brendan Gallagher.
That's the T right there.
Oh, you got us good.
I mean, you want to go first?
No, you can go first, buddy.
I feel like I've been going first literally this entire time.
Yeah, you have been.
I don't know. I feel like no one's really going to talk about Dano, but he's been playing their second line center, I believe. And he's done well.
It's a good explanation. I went with Gallagher because, like, I'm pretty sure all Montreal fans talk about is Drouin and Domi, let's be honest. And Shea Weber being better than PK Subban.
I can see Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie would actually be a good
pick. But,
pick.
I don't know. I don't think he's been playing as good this year as he has the last couple.
He started off pretty good, and he's kind of just regressed a little bit. He's just kind of slowed down.
No, he's good offensively. I just think he's a bit suspect defensively, and that's my issue with him.
No, that makes sense. By the way, guys, do you know if Weber's on the power play for, They talk about Drouin being shit. Why?
Yeah.
They talk about Kotkaniemi. Oh, yeah, I forgot Kotkaniemi.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, crap, maybe we should have had him on our list. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shea is on their power play.
I don't think Kotkaniemi you can say is underrated because they literally believe he's Jesus. I swear. I love it. He honestly looks like a nice person. He looks like he'd be really awkward in front of, fans and stuff.
Who, Kotka?
Yeah.
They're not dickhead on the ice, though.
He's a dickhead on the ice? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
Watch him play, yeah.
I mean,
he's dirtier.
He did break somebody's knee. No, I'm just kidding. That one hurt, though. I know he didn't do it on purpose. Well, actually, I mean, I'm not going to give my opinion on it because I don't really know. I don't really
I want to hear your opinion on Gallagher. I want to hear why you picked him.
Why I picked Gallagher?
Yes.
Because he's been really good. And, Montreal fans are too focused on, Kotkaniemi being Jesus and Domi scoring, being over point per game and them winning the Galchenyuk trade and Drouin actually doing something and then being shit and all that stuff.
Domi isn't over point per game, though.
He was, though. Alright, so shut up. Alright. Well, my stream froze. That's a rough one, Eastman. He plays tougher than it may appear. Yeah. Rougher. Now it's fixed. Alright, there we go. Alright, guys, it's time for the Nashville Predators. You went with Ryan Johansson. I went with Matthias Ekholm. You can go first again.
Well, when you think... You tend to think of PK Subban, Roman Josi, Philip Forsberg. But you know who's leading that team in points right now?
Pornhub. Sorry.
This man, Ryan Johansson. He has the most points on the Nashville Predators. I haven't heard a single...
That's interesting, because I heard, last year, Nashville
I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are talking about Arvidsson.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people talk about Arvidsson now.
Yeah. I think it's just because he's
And, Johansson's been better than Arvidsson, and I feel like he gets mentioned a lot more than Johansson does.
I think it's just because Arvidsson kind of just came out of nowhere. Not really. He obviously developed and showed his skill, but, he kind of...
Yes, Arvidsson's good, but, yeah, he's also been injured this year. But, I don't know. Ellis makes sense.
I don't know.
I feel like a lot of people are talking about Arvidsson right now.
No, you're right. I went with Matthias Ekholm because he's actually doing really good this year. And I don't really, like you said, people are just talking about Forsberg and Arvidsson. I can understand Forsberg a little bit more than Arvidsson because the guy's nasty. He doesn't, I think he's just not as consistent, but, if he was more consistent, I feel like he'd be a top player in the league. He can do nasty stuff, like that penalty kill, or, that short-handed move. He's nasty. He really is nasty, but, he's just not consistent, I feel like.
And yeah. Shout out to Arvidsson. I don't know. I just feel like more people are talking about Arvidsson now.
Yeah. That makes sense. I think Ryan Johansson's a good pick. I think last year a bunch of Nashville fans were actually disappointed that he wasn't producing, he
Probably.
wasn't producing to the point that they wanted him to. I still think they lost that trade though, because Seth
I mean,
Jones is
he's
absolutely
literally
nasty.
a point off of his career total. Well, not career total, but like his total from last year. So, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's good. Ooh, do we have another one that's the same? I hope so. Sorry. Uh, okay. Probably because he is almost point per game.
Arvidsson. He's 37 and no, he's 34 and 37, something like.
Oh god, my
Like,
pick's a little bit of a weird one.
Johansson has 53 and 59 though. 42 assists.
Damn, that's hot.
I don't know. I just feel like people don't talk about him. Oh,
Alright, the New Jersey Devils. You got Travis Zajac and Kyle Palmieri. I will admit, Zajac would be better if we had done this like at the start of the season, because he's slowed down definitely offensively, but he still has a good defensive game, and I feel like people really didn't talk about the spark that kind of just blew in this year.
I mean, I
Anyway,
want Gary because he's good.
that's a good pick. That's a
We're really going to talk about Hischier or Hall or whatever, but I mean, Palmieri's been phenomenal this year. Like, he has been for them.
I should have picked Corey Schneider. I think Zajac just.
Hey, he got a win. He's good. Okay.
Zajac is underrated. Yeah, like I think both are, because Palmieri is doing insane. Zajac was doing insane. He's definitely slowed down, but still nobody really has talked about these guys. And like to be fair, no one's really even talked about Hischier either. Like they do, but like they don't really have a player that's like really brought up as often as some teams have. I do want to say an overrated player that's talked, or not overrated, but a player that's talked about way too much is Corey Schneider. Like, who gives a shit? No, I'm just kidding. It's really impressive that
Sure, the Devils do.
first win in 2 years. Nice job, nice job.
It was like a year and like 4 months or something like that.
Yeah, what a legend. Oh yeah, that's New Jersey. It's pretty elite. Gotta love it. All right. Ooh, I like your pick, Peter. I like his game. Yeah, he's good defensively, and
I feel like most people wouldn't really talk about Zajac unless they were Devils fans.
yeah, that's true.
So, like, it makes sense. Like, he's like a Fost or something for us, right? Like someone that just, gets those shit.
He can kill
Not
penalties
intelligent.
and stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like he's not really expected to be
Like
offensive.
an important player to have, but like not mention him much.
I think a lot. I'm actually like his contract's pretty bad, so I'm surprised a lot of people didn't really talk about that either. But like this year, it's good. This year, it's been a good
Zajac?
contract. Yeah, because it's like
3
5
mil or
mil.
something, right?
It's like
Is
5
it really
mil.
5 mil?
I might be wrong, but I thought it was. Anyway, on to the Islanders. You went with Anders Lee. I went with Lucas Spiza because he's absolutely like he's just basically freaking. He should be in the Norris conversation, even though he's only played 9 games this season. Like an absolute god, an absolute legend. This guy's gonna go down, and his jersey's gonna get retired. They're gonna unretire Gretzky's jersey around the league. It's you gotta know, this guy's insane, It's like he just does it,
Wow, it's 5.7.
5.2. Is it 5.7 actually? Did you search that up?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Never mind. He's not even playing to what his contract is this year. Holy crap. I didn't think it was that much. I think Leonard or Grice. Yeah.
That makes sense. I'll give you that. But like Lee is their captain this year, and obviously anyone's only going to talk about Tavares leaving.
They've been getting my respect. I think Grice
Like-
is severely underrated, to be honest. He's been good for them. Like, they haven't had a good goaltender, but he's actually been pretty solid for them, considering the goaltenders they've had.
I mean, yeah.
Lehner, I think he's less underrated because he has been mentioned quite a bit just due to what has happened to him and how he's dealt with it and kind of brought his career back, right? Like fucking just, I feel like he's been talked about a bit more. And so like I think Rice would be a good one, but so would Lehner. I just think a little bit less just because he's been mentioned more. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I
Pe-
mean,
he is a top goalie.
Bryce was on San Jose before, right? And like they
Yeah,
got rid of him because
yeah,
of
he was in
issues.
San Jose.
But like, he's found out how to actually be in the right position at the right time. So good for him.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really. I feel like, yeah, I think New York, the Islanders were one of those teams that just has a lot of players you could go with, and like we all kind of have different choices, and I like that. I like that. So yeah, that was a good one. I actually really liked that one. This one for the Islanders. Ooh, I like your pick, Peter, for the Rangers.
Yeah, I didn't want to be too mainstream.
No, that makes sense.
As a Rangers fan, I got to look into this deeper. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, my pick was probably really bad. I just didn't really know like who to go with. I do have a slight like basically I have the basic explanation, and like I do want you to touch on it and help me kind of figure out how mentioned he is. So you went with D'Angelo, I went with Zuccarello. So I went with Zuccarello because I don't really hear his name very much when like
Unless it's in like a trade deal or something, yeah.
yeah. And so I guess you could consider that like
I'll give you that.
like I can see why you chose D'Angelo though. Although like you shouldn't have, because I get messed up with Tony D'Angelo. I still think it's Anthony
It is
D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo. He changed his name to Tony, or at least he wants people to call him.
Yeah, it fucked with my brain, dude. When that happened, like when I was switching over in NHL games, I was like, oh, okay. Like, dude, I couldn't process it. I still haven't processed it. But yeah, no, I like your pick. Why exactly did you pick him though?
Well, we have a winning record with D'Angelo in the lineup, and like if you watch as many Rangers games as like I do, right? Because I watch pretty much. If anything, he's probably been our best defenseman this year. That's probably not
shocked.
considering our D is like pretty shit.
How's
But, like,
Shaddy done? Sorry.
Shaddy. See, he's getting flamed by a lot of Rangers fans, but I still have faith in him.
Is he doing bad though? Like,
Shaddy, I mean, he's not doing as well as he was in like St. Louis.
Zibanejad, I disagree with on that one because
I mean,
he's been mentioned recently. Like I do get like a little, like he is a little bit, but like more recently, I feel like if we were going more recently.
All right? Who other than me has been talking about Mika Zibanejad?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, no, you're right. Never mind. You're right.
Like, this is a hard one for me because I could have obviously went with Hayes, could have went with Zibanejad. They're both talked about nearly as much as they should be. Zuccarello, I can see that pick. I can understand it. He's only talked about in trade deals. Like, they don't talk about how he's actually doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised
because people say he's overrated, outdated, and all that bullshit.
I thought about putting Lundqvist, but he's actually mentioned a lot. Not very
usually not in a good way.
Not positively, but I thought about him. I actually did think about him because I was like, he would actually be an interest. I think he would be one that would maybe fit. But no, I think those are good picks for the New York Rangers.
I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people you can talk about with New York. I feel like no one talks about the Rangers at all.
Which is interesting since they're an original 6 team, but like, yeah. I mean, they're one of those teams I feel like that just are kind of right now.
Basically. We're not good enough to win the lottery, but we're not bad enough to be completely out of a playoff race.
I feel like that's the same thing with the Canucks. Which is just stupid because I want to lose. Anyway, so yeah, here are our picks. You went with Stone, and I completely, dude, that's actually such a good pick. You were right.
Broadway?
Like, I'm reading your explanation. You can tell the stream. I won't take that away from you, but whew. There you go. You got this.
What did I have here?
You had Mark Stone.
I mean, obviously people know that Mark Stone is a good player. But, like, who people talk about as, like, the best players in the league, and you literally will never hear Mark Stone's name mentioned, ever.
Yep.
And he deserves to be in that category.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I went with Tierney because I don't think his name has been mentioned once this year, other than in the Carlson trade.
I don't think anyone ever talks about fucking Ottawa anyway. So
That's true. Ottawa's like Florida,
except for like Shabbat maybe.
yeah, yeah. Dzingel or Brown too. I mean, Brown hasn't been great though. I don't think. But I went with Tierney because he's actually having a pretty good offensive year, and I feel like people try and stay away from him.
Talk about. Well, it's been said Shabbat is a good pick. I feel like literally
he's been talked about so often.
I feel like literally the only Ottawa player talked about right now is.
Oh, most definitely Tarunist. Stone is a top 5 player, top 3. Yeah, for sure.
In his what, right wing?
Yeah.
Kucherov?
I would.
Rantanen.
I would debatably put him over Rantanen. And hear me out. Rantanen's great. Offensively, he's better than Stone, but Stone has really good offensive stats. Like, he's very good offensively and defensively. I don't know how Rantanen is defensively, but... Oh, Kane too. Yeah. Okay, never mind then.
Kucherov, Kane.
I'd put Stone at number 3, honestly.
Stone or Rantanen?
I'd go with Stone.
Like, what? Who else are you gonna put there?
I feel like Stone because he just has the points and the defensive game. Again, I don't know how Rantanen does defensively, but just based off of reputation at least. So, I mean, yeah, it's interesting. You could debate. I think he's definitely a top 15 player, depending on your choice. Yeah,
Wheeler definitely deserves to be in that category. Sure.
Wait, Pasternak, not yet. I feel
Pasta, I would have Stone over Pasta personally, but he is very good.
Marner, yeah, Marner definitely deserves that. He's done really good. Still third though. Yeah. That makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you can swap him with like Rantanen, or if you're a Jets fan, I guess you could swap him with Wheeler. But
yeah,
he makes the top 5.
All right, on to Philadelphia. Oh, that's not what we want, Chief. Pasta over Marner. Yeah. Depends on what your needs are. If you need a playmaker, Marner, but if you need a goal scorer, Pasternak for sure.
I'd put Pasta over Marner.
I think so too, but like, I'd put a lot of consideration in it. But to be fair, Marner's playing with Tavares most of the time too. So who's Pasta playing with? Bergeron. You know, that's a weird. It's a weird one to talk about. I feel like. All right, Philadelphia. Cam went with Giroux. That's a good one.
Makes sense.
I went with JVR, and Peter went with Sean Couturier.
JVR, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's
Explain that one.
All right, so he's a pretty
the beginning of the year, like the first, 30, 40 games, he was like awful.
He was good. What are you talking about?
He didn't score. I think he had like 7 goals for his first 30 games.
Okay, so he's actually a really good player, and nobody talks about him, I feel like.
JVR's turned it around recently.
Yeah, like, and so...
At the beginning of the year, he was horrible.
Yeah, I mean... So I went with him because, like, he's actually a very solid player. Obviously, this year's a different story, but if you look back at the years with like, Toronto, especially his last one, he's actually been a very consistent scorer, and he's a pretty big guy, right? Like he can, yeah. And I like your Sean Couturier pick because not many people talk about him either.
JVR is the tap-in merchant. That's what he is.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because Giroux almost had 100 points last year. And actually, he did have 100 points last year, and like no one talked about him.
Not really. Like, he was out for a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Philadelphia was a boring one for topic for sure. That was really boring. Let's be honest. Fucking Philadelphia.
I just think Couturier because, like, you know,
Marner carried his ass.
No one really talks to anyone.
I mean, like, but like, no. Listen, I really like JVR, alright, buddy?
15 goals in 43 games. I want to look about like his game logs, because like he's really turned it around recently.
I didn't know who to go with for Pittsburgh, so my pick's just completely stupid.
Pittsburgh's a hard one.
Yeah, I just went with like honestly.
You can debate anyone is overrated or underrated. I don't know.
No, he definitely didn't deserve
It's
7
weird.
million. I didn't know who to pick for this one, so I just went with Jared McCann. Yeah.
Explain.
I don't have an explanation. I didn't know who to pick. It was like, I was like, okay, I do have an explanation, but it's such a bad one. It's like, I think I went... It's so bad. Dumoulin's a good one. He's amazing defensively. So...
I mean, yeah, you could. Honestly, you could say Crosby here.
Wow, Usman would love my list.
he's like
Tartar,
the
can you send us your
player.
list in hockey peeps?
Oh.
Dude, honestly though, I don't even know why I went with Jared McCann. I think it's just like I looked at it and I was like, I don't know. Like I thought about Jake Gensel, and then I just kind of was like Jared McCann. But to be fair, I think Jared McCann, if he can find consistency, he'll be a good 40-point player. And yeah, but yeah, no.
That's not surprising considering he ditched you guys.
He only eats hot dogs. What the heck are you talking about? He doesn't eat nuts. Anyway, Peter, explain Phil the Thrill.
Well, I mean, Phil's over a point per game.
Yep,
And
that's a good one.
I feel like, I don't know, Pittsburgh's such a hard one.
Alright,
Just
Peter.
could honestly say Crosby here, because everyone's like, no, he's like the 8th best player in the league right now. It's like, what?
I don't think he's top 2, honestly.
You insane? Matt, where list it off right now.
Actually, no, he is, but like, So, hear me out. He's amazing, and he's definitely going down as one of the best players in NHL history. But statistically, there have been better players. Okay?
This season, sure.
But I will say there are other categories
Best
that
players
Crosby
in the
would be
NHL
from.
right now.
I will say he is better in other categories than, say, Patrick Kane. I think Patrick Kane right now has a better scoring touch than he
Also
does.
a different position.
Okay, fine. Fuck. I don't know. Shut the fuck up, okay? Alright, next one. Hi, Usman. I don't want to talk to you because you guys have Tavares. Statistics aren't everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine not having Crosby the second best player. Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I think
Honestly, just put Crosby here. I feel like everyone's only been talking about like Malkin recently.
he's like top 20 in scoring. That
This
doesn't,
is such a weird one.
but that doesn't mean he's the best player. Like he's the second best player in the league.
Okay, but who would you have above him, Matt?
I'd have to look at it.
Lindholm?
I'd honestly probably.
You're gonna put Elias Lindholm over?
No, I'm not gonna put Elias Lindholm. You know who I'm gonna put? Sean Avery. I'm just kidding. Sorry. All right. On to San Jose, because you guys are mean to me.
No, I want to know, who would you put above Crosby?
I haven't thought about it yet, you bitch. All right.
Then think about it.
Honestly, I might actually have picked Erik Karlsson. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, though, if I'm being serious, I think the player that's better than Crosby is Eric Johnson.
I hate you.
All right, San Jose, you went with Karlsson, I went with Vlasic, so we both picked a defenseman. I mean, I think they're both pretty big picks. Why did you pick Karlsson?
I picked Carlson because, I mean, at the start of the year when he wasn't doing as great, because like he didn't know how the system worked, he didn't quite fit in under Burns, you know.
Hurdle is my pick. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I don't know. I just feel like everyone's only going to talk about like Burns and not really Carlson as much. I feel like once he left Ottawa, people just kind of forgot he existed.
No, you're right. You're right.
That point was proven to me by N14's list. Then again, yeah, it's N14. Who the fuck really gives a shit? But like the fact Shabbat over Carlson and like I think he had Riley over Carlson too. Like,
Yikes.
what?
So the thing about Tomas Hurdle is this year is probably his, like, I agree he could have been a pick, but Yeah, he could be a pick, but I also think that he hasn't been. He's been overshadowed by like Burns and fucking yeah.
To be fair, the thing about Hurdle is he's only really been phenomenal this season.
Yeah, I think he looked good in his rookie season.
His career high was 46 points.
Yeah. I think in his rookie season he looked pretty nasty too, especially with that between the legs goal
25
on Lundqvist.
37. Shut up.
I went with Vlasic.
That wasn't Lundqvist.
Wait, one of the best.
That wasn't Lundqvist.
Oh fuck. Who was it? Cam Talbot?
You piece of shit.
Was it Cam
we
Talbot?
We didn't have Talbot back then.
Oh fuck. Was it you know what? I don't fucking give a shit. So I went with Mark Edward Vlasic. Because he's really good defensively and nobody talks about that. Riley is better than Bobby Orr according to some. If anybody actually thinks that, I would like to know their Twitter handle and I will block them. That is actually fucking the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, I'll be honest, that's like saying Pedersen is better than Gretzky. They can have those type of qualities, but that doesn't mean they're better. Like, honestly. Bro, I'm done. I can't. I'm leaving the stream. Bye guys. I can't. That was too much for me. See you guys later. Peter, you can finish off.
I can't because I don't have the graphics. For the record, it was Biron and it wasn't Lundqvist.
No, I'm just playing. I'm back. Oh fuck! I broke my headphones.
It was Byron. It wasn't Lundqvist. You piece of shit.
Who was it?
I'm pretty sure Lundqvist got pulled. It was Byron.
Who?
He was our back then. Byron, my boy.
Wait, sorry. What did you say?
Between the legs goal.
Sorry, who? Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Byron.
Who?
Yeah, exactly. That actually made.
Bowen
There's a
Byram?
backup at that point. Wasn't what?
I don't know. I broke my headphones. If that makes you feel better.
He's not even in the NHL anymore.
The guy on TSN. Yeah, no, that you're right. Hughes is better than Bobby Orr. I'm just kidding. Did you guys like my acting job? I actually want.
Yeah, exactly. That guy. Wait, he's on TSN now.
Dude, it's Biron, not Byron. You fucking uncultured swine.
Oh, shut up.
What team are we even doing?
I said Biron at first, and then you're like, who the fuck is that? So it's like, maybe his name is wrong. I don't know.
Bowen Byram was like 12 at the time. I just said Bowen Byram because he's my favorite, other than Peyton Krebs, of course, because Peyton Krebs is literally better than Gretzky.
Yeah. It's actually kind of cool that he's on TSN.
All right, we both have. I actually really like what we did for St. Louis. Yep, it's St. Louis. Okay, here we go.
I was mad about St. Louis.
St. Louis wasn't really an easy one, to be honest with you. Like,
I really wanted to put Tarasenko, but now everyone's talking about him because of my streak. And it's like, fuck.
All right, so you went with David Perron. I went with Vince Dunn. And if you guys roast me for this, I'm gonna say I'm done and leave. See what I did there? Sorry.
Wow, you're cool.
I think we actually both had good picks.
Because he's literally played good the entire season rather than recently, like the entire team.
Yeah. I mean,
so, yeah, that's why I put Perron. He's just been really consistent this year, unlike literally all of St. Louis.
I will say, I feel I'm a bit disappointed in Perron, not because he's been bad, but because I really was hoping for him to have the type of year he had in Vegas, and I knew it wasn't very realistic, but I was rooting for him to have that. So I'm a bit disappointed that he hasn't really had that production. But I agree with your pick, and I went with Dunn.
He doesn't need to have that sort of production, though.
Yeah, no, definitely not. He's a two-way forward, I think. But like, I was just really rooting for him to have that because I really like Perron as a player. But
I can
you know
see
what?
Vince Dunn though, because like solid blue liner, no really.
Yeah, I mean,
like you could say that for a lot of teams.
Yeah. All right, so we have the Bolts now. Of course, you went with this player. He hasn't even been that good this year. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I tried to change it up and
nuts, dude.
I tried to change it up and I went with something different.
And you'll probably laugh. It's not Ryan McDonough. I'll be mad at you.
It's not Ryan McDonough, I'll tell you that, but it is a
I'm mad at
defenseman.
you.
I went with Anton Strawman, and you went with Yanni Gourde.
I really
So,
want one of us to pick Ryan McDonough at least.
I'm sorry. I thought about him, if that makes you feel better. If it does any consolation for not picking him. But yeah, I went with Strawman because I don't know. I wanted to choose someone that like I feel like literally isn't talked about. I don't know how good Strawman is or if he's any good. No, I feel like he's good though, right? Like fuck.
He's okay.
But like I wanted to go with
as good as I don't know Ryan McDonough, who no one talks about.
Hold on a second. You know what? Ooh, hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
I fully expected Matt to pick McDonough. I picked him myself.
I did pick Ryan McDonough. Fuck, how do you spell McDonough? Dude, it's right here. See, I picked McDonough.
You
See?
spelled it wrong.
I know. I know not. I just spelt it the way Cam did. All right.
The D is capital, otherwise you're right.
Oh fuck. Whatever. See, like I picked McDonough, dude. I'm very smart. I know what I'm
Good
doing.
job, Matt. I'm proud of you.
I know, right? Yeah, that's Tampa Bay. Fucking done. All right, we're on to Usman's. I think both of our picks are actually decent with explanation for mine at least. I think they'll get yours, but I think mine will need explanation.
I picked Igor because he's been solid this year, and everyone's only going to talk about Stamkos or Cooch. So, like, yeah.
I didn't pick him because I was.
You could go with either like Gord or John category, I guess, because they've both been pretty good. No one's really going to mention them.
I didn't go with Gord because I felt like he's had a slight drop off, but like production,
I mean,
like
not really. I mean,
because he was a 60-point man, but like who really gives a shit?
Pretty much what he's on pace for right now.
Anyway, I went with Kadri. You went with Kapanen. I'll explain mine after you explain yours. Yours probably doesn't need as much as an explanation.
I wouldn't go with Gord. Yeah, I mean, probably not. But honestly, I should have. But I didn't expect Matt to not take it.
Wait, what?
All right, I went with Kapanen because like, solid guy, solid player, two-way, can score goals. There you go.
Wait, Kadri by Matt and Kapanen? I mean, no.
Explain Kadri.
So he struggled at the start of the year, but he's actually like started to pick it up, and nobody's talking about it. Like, I mean, does he really need to try though when he has fucking Tavares and Matthews in front of him? Like,
I mean, no.
They can both probably play 20 minutes. Like, they don't even need a fourth line at this point. Like, truthfully. Let's be honest, they really don't need a fourth line if they can just, like, anyway. Yeah. Let's go to the Canucks, because that's the best team in the league. I like yours, Peter. I went with something different, because I knew Kodge. I know it. Oh, fuck. I know your pick is good, but, I wanted to switch it up and go with someone who nobody really talks about, and I know Tarunas is going to approve of this one, too. I don't know if Kadri is underrated. It's less that people don't talk about him, like that he's not turned it on, but he's played better recently. Also, like I didn't really know who to pick, but like yeah, fuck? Okay,
but people are actually fucking dumb if they think he's a 1C.
If people call him a 1C, they don't deserve to have a voice. Anyway,
And again, that probably
Vancouver.
makes sense, so
So Peter went with Edler. I went with Stetcher. Peter, you can explain yourself first for the 20th time.
I mean, Zedler, he's a good D-man that most teams would probably like to have on their blue line, but he's not at all because Pettersson.
Yep. I went with Stetcher because he's actually, like, he tries hard, and we've been playing him hard, like, pretty well. a ton. And he actually is probably one of the defensemen on our team, like one of the only
I don't know.
players
I mean,
on our
he
team.
deflected two past his own goalie in DiPietro. It kind of fucked him up, but yeah.
That was just a bad game altogether for everyone, though. But like, he plays hard, and he's actually like probably one of our better defensemen, which isn't saying much, but yeah, he is. I'm trying to think of who we could compare him to, just so like you have an idea. I guess like, Tarunus, come back to us with a comparison if you don't mind, because I can't really think of one right now. On to the Caps. And Edler is a number 3 and is extremely underrated by Canucks fans. Yeah, I remember last year he was getting a lot of hate, but I think last year he wasn't trying as hard. This year he's played really, really good. To be fair, I don't think the team at all was trying very hard last year. So, you know.
Yeah, there's definitely a good top 4.
Oh, Peter. I skipped over your Vegas player. Hold on. Okay, I'm glad we went with the same player, though, so that's good.
I don't even remember what yeah.
I got worried. I was like, oh no. I'm going to get in trouble for having a bad pick. And then I was like, okay, good. I got worried. You can't do this shit to me, man. All right. There we go. So we both went from Vegas. Cody Eakin. I mean,
he's been great for them. He's been good ever since he left Dallas.
Yeah, like actually.
He misused in Dallas, much like Carlson was in Columbus.
Yeah. I think he's a good fit in Vegas. And
like with Vegas, people are going to talk about
Ekholm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Whatever.
Stetcher is like a defensive Ellis. Not really in play style. Interesting.
Like Ellis is very offensive. But I guess if he's that way defensively, that makes sense.
Alright, yeah, that was Vegas. That was actually a good one. I think Cody Eakin definitely is.
Yeah, Cody Eakin.
Yeah, he's not talked about often.
You talk about like Vegas, they're all going to talk about like all the overhyped shit. Mm-hmm. Cody Eakin's just a nice guy to have around on the team.
Yeah. I don't even remember.
Vegas team is ass. Pretty sure about. Wait, let me just check something. Let me pull up the league standings.
I really hope Vegas faces Toronto in the finals and they just sweep Toronto. Just because of that comment. I'm just messing. Alright, fucking Washington. I went with Backstrom, you went with Carlson. I feel like Backstrom doesn't get as much talk as he should because there's Ovechkin, and I feel like Kuznetsov gets talked about a lot more.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that. I mean, Carlson, I don't know, like he's been talked about a bit more recently, but like still not. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves for what he does on that team.
Yeah, definitely not. I think both of them really. These are both pretty good picks, just because. Yeah, I think like honestly, Backstrom.
Not really talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Verona. Verona's a good one too, just based because he's doing really good this year. Toronto would shit on them. I don't know, man.
Vegas is really falling off, huh?
How bad are they? Where are they ranked?
They're 14th in the league. That's still not bad.
Brother shit. That's a good pick, Matt. Thank you, Usman. See, this guy knows what he's talking about. You know what? Toronto would shit on Vegas. Just like changes everything.
That's why I had Backstrom high in my redraft thing, right?
I like your pick for fucking Winnipeg. I like that we've both gone with like defensemen so often. It's kind of weird that we go with defensemen.
D-men aren't really talked about as much.
All right, you ready?
Makes sense.
The last one of the day, Winnipeg, and Peter went with Josh Morrissey. I went with Tyler Myers.
Myers, huh?
Yeah, I did think about Morrissey though. I almost went with Morrissey.
Yeah, I mean they've fallen off definitely. I didn't realize they fell off.
I think I think your pick is definitely better. I just went with Myers.
I
'Cause,
mean,
like,
Morrissey's like legit a top 4 guy,
oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
100%.
who does he even have to beat out on the left side? Really, like, no one, right? Like,
Morrissey,
yeah, like no one, right?
and Buff's on the other side.
Lion A is a bust. Who do they have on the left side? They have Kulikov, I think. He might actually not be there anymore. I think they play Truba on the left side, maybe. They have to play either Myers, Truba, or Bufflin on the left side, because...
I mean, Buff's always gonna start or right.
Yeah, I don't know, but, I mean, I think Morrissey is definitely a really good pick. I just went with Myers, because, like, he's actually a pretty good defenseman, and nobody really talks to him. Or talks, like, about him. Like, he's not really good.
Talks to him.
He just sits there
He's
in the
very
dressing
lonely.
He just sits there in the dressing room just like crying. They're lefty or bad other than him. Yeah. I remember Kulikov was supposed to be good, and then just like basically like every other player in Florida sucks. No, I'm just kidding. By the way, guys, nobody mentioned Hoffman as an underrated player that we could have talked about.
We could have.
Yeah.
It's Florida. It's really gonna get talked about there.
Yeah, it's not. We're gonna forget about Florida by the time this thing's over. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The lefty are pretty good.
That's
Morrissey's really the only good one they have. But
Myers is gone. What are you talking about?
not getting re-signed probably.
They can't afford him. Yeah, that makes sense.
And he's injured half the time anyway. So like.
Yeah. That's actually kind of what ruined his career, because I'm pretty sure he did a solid rookie year, and then just injuries have kind of fucked
Yeah,
him.
he was supposed to be good, and then...
Yeah, injuries. Kind of like the Tyler Ennis situation, because Ennis was actually pretty good at the start, and then injuries as well. I don't know what happened to Derek Roy. Pominville just kind of... He left. He got... I think he got traded. Same thing with Vanek. Miller was traded. Damn, dude. They actually had the ability to maybe make the playoffs if they had depth, I think. Damn, they suck. Buffalo's trash. Let's just rip on Buffalo at the start of every podcast.
Poor Buffalo.
Yeah, at least they're not Florida. Ennis is doing good in Toronto right now. That's good. I really like Ennis. I think injuries
He
are
didn't
just...
start off that well in Toronto, though, right? I think he's only kind of been better recently.
He also got injured with an ankle injury, I think. But he wasn't doing good before
He
that.
tends to get injured.
Yeah.
Him and Myers just, they can't stay healthy.
Yeah, I remember that. I was happy when they traded back for him. Although, I still don't, like, I think it's, now I kind of think it's, like, why? Like, what was the point in trading him in the first place? But, like, you know who really, I was watching a video on what happened to Chris Stewart. Do you guys remember that guy?
Wait, who?
Chris Stewart.
Yeah.
So, the video, it seems like Minnesota basically fucked him. He just couldn't run with the system. Or, sorry, St.
Makes
Louis.
sense.
He just couldn't run with Ken Hitchcock's system, and it just kind of screwed him over. Especially since just when he was learning their system, they traded him to Minnesota.
Makes sense.
Which kind of sucks, honestly, because...
He didn't do bad for Minnesota at first, though.
Yeah, no, he broke his ankle. Pominville? Or...
Ennis, probably.
Ennis, yeah. And he was doing amazing before the injury. Amazing. Didn't he have like 5 points in like 20 games? I'm just kidding.
Sounds about right.
Isn't he a Minnesota Wild? Nah, he was with the Minnesota Wild last year. He was placed on waivers. The Flames claimed him. He played 7 games, got 3 points, and now he is playing in Europe.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Stewart was supposed to be pretty good.
He was like an 86 overall.
When he actually played. Oh, I guess teams didn't really give him a chance.
Remember, fuck. Guys, I miss Mika Kippersoft, dude. Those were the days. Man, let's get depressed. Alright, well, I think that's where we'll end the podcast for today. That was pretty interesting. If you have any topics to suggest, you can suggest them on either of our Twitters. and we'll review it, and you'll get credit. Unlike this time, shout out to Tarunist. Peter, do you have anything to say?
Not really.
Wow, that's rude.
No. It's a good podcast, I guess.
Talk about the Oilers reels. What? Or deals right now?
There's deals right now.
Like how just give us a deal to talk about, and we'll talk about it. How about that?
Kanye for Spooner.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that one. Oh, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, go follow him on Twitter.
Recently, right?
Tarunist YT. Tarunist, and then YT.
Yeah, exactly. It's because you follow the Twitter.
Yeah, if you follow the Twitter, you're likely to get a shout out. Shout out.
I'm pretty sure it's the only one other than us that does it, actually.
Yeah, no, because we have 5 followers. I think Rufus follows it as well.
Talbot for Stolars.
The Gagne for Spooner and Talbot for Stolars. Alright, Peter, you can touch on it first if you like.
Gagne for Spooner.
We don't know yet, Usman.
You can't really tell. I mean, Gagne for Spooner is just like... Spooner's been horrible this season. Was with the Rangers. Didn't do anything in Edmonton either. Gagne has been in the AHL. Like, I don't know. What are you going to really do about that one?
Yeah.
Talbot for Stolars is interesting. Talbot was great for the Rangers. He was good for Edmonton the first year they had him. And then after that, he's kind of fallen off a bit. But he probably can refine that form in Philadelphia, most likely. But if it doesn't work out, Stolars is younger and he's still not bad. So, like, there you go.
Yeah, I mean...
Basically, if Talbot doesn't return to his former self, it's pretty much just a saw-off.
So, like... For me, the Gagne and Spooner trade is basically whoever plays the most amount of games with their team wins. But I think it's pretty even. I think it's pretty even. Like, I don't think either one will get much.
I don't know. I mean, if Spooner gets back to his form if he gets back to like how he played with Boston or how he played in his games with the Rangers, then you got a good player.
I don't think he'll get much of a chance in Vancouver, honestly. I think Gagne, it's either I can honestly see both of them getting placed on waivers, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Gagne is still down in the minors, right? Technically.
Gagne? I think Gagne can still play like offensively. I think he's just like Vancouver wasn't a good fit, and like he just I
mean, yeah, he probably could still step in and be solid. But
I should be the Stephen A. Smith of hockey and see if I get famous. Do it, you won't. For me, the Stolars for Talbot deal will solely depend on, basically who does better. That's how it's gonna work. I think right now, looking at it without anything like just past history, Philadelphia would win the trade. Talbot's done a really good job with Edmonton before.
Spooner was waived already too.
Stolars hasn't really showed himself yet into the NHL, so that'll be interesting. So I think that both of them are kind of touchy trades. Really. Gagne should go back to Columbus. Yeah, I mean, he did have a career high there, didn't he? 50 points.
If Talbot goes back to Rangers Talbot, where he literally helped carry us to the playoffs, then there you go.
Yeah, I mean...
Better. If you get Trent Talbot, then, well, you suck.
Alright, I think that's where we'll end the podcast for tonight. I'm probably going to stream NHL in a few minutes. Or in like 10 minutes. Speaking of which, Tarunist, Pete, you down?
No, I'm not down. Why would I ever play with you? You're so bad.
Alright, fuck you. Tarunist, you down? Alright, I'll just DM you guys on Twitter when I'm getting on. Thanks for watching the podcast. This is pretty fun. I think the best part of the Talbot deal for Edmonton is it gives them cap space for Sekera. Yeah,
That's
Which
true.
mode?
It does give
Probably
him the cap space.
EASHL. Probably EASHL cam. But I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to
That's
come out
probably a
because
big
like
part of
you've
it.
sat here for an hour and 30 minutes just to just kind of so like you can take a break from listening to my voice and Peter's voice.
I mean, that's such a weird way to lose cap, though. If
Yeah.
all 10 could lose cap trading Talbot,
Unless you think no, Lindholm is not over Horvat. Horvat is elite. All right, so yeah, I'll be live in a bit. Like I think meh. I want to say 10 minutes, but it
I
might be
think
15.
meh.
So yeah, thanks for the idea, Trunist, and thank you for watching the podcast. And we might be back next week if we can get an idea. Honestly, I wasn't sure if this one was gonna happen this week, and then it just did, so that's cool. See you guys later. Bye.